welcome to session 0 for the next Roguelike Rumbles. If you have not been paying attention, if you have no idea what's happening, this is a Challenge the Champion match. So this is actually going to be a little exhibition match to fill out our November slot before we head into December and our final actual Rumble before the next Championship Cup match. That's English. I said that great. Before the next Champions Cup match. There you go. So this is some of our returning champions who were available, and they will be facing off against the reigning champ of champs, the Rat King. So we are so delighted for you joining us for this little session 0 to catch us up with these champions and what they've been doing and why they might want to come back and fight in a rumble. And so we dive in. And we welcome you, as always, to the world of Las Osimas, which is a magical world so like our own, just a little sidestep away. We're nestled in the heart of the lowland Lee, rimmed by all the beautiful mountains of the landscape of Las Osimas, is every adventurer's favorite tavern, the Roguelike Tavern. And normally, at the top of one of these organizational days before a rumble, you would find the bar quiet and heroes, aspiring champions, kind of filtering in at their leisure. But today is a little different. However, I will still ask, as I always do, everyone, could you please roll initiative? Because that just never gets old. I didn't know when I laughed so hard I'm now blurry. Find me, camera. I'm here. Brilliant. All right. Do I have anyone in the 20 to 15 range?
I have a 17.
Brilliant. Anyone in the 10 to 15 range? Kaia, Rat King, where are you ringing in?
14.
12.
Fantastic. All right, that leaves Little Drummer Boy. Tiffani, where are you all at?
9.
9.
Ooh. I think Drummer has faster dex. What's your dex adds?
I have a 17 dex.
I was gonna say I just had yours up, Tiffani, but I've already closed it.
I'm looking. Dex.
I want to say it's lower, but you could be tied there too.
It probably is. Oh, yep, 13.
There you go. All right, brilliant.
It doesn't sound like something, but yeah.
Fantastic. Well then, all champions except Rat King. You find yourselves in this order: Stag, Kaia, Little Drummer Boy, Tiffani, arriving through your various means or mayhems. And as you do, actually, you know what? Let me ask that first. Starting with Stag, how do you arrive to the roguelike?
Well, I have wings, so I flew in. However, in the spirit of sportsmanship, I never use them during combat.
This is most noble of you. So you fly in. You come in on a wonderfully autumnal day with just the right amount of breeze where the sun is nice and warm. And as you are cresting down and landing, I think you will find Kaia arriving shortly behind you. By what means do you travel, Kaia?
A sort of shared carriage that I hired with some of my friends and union members to join with me. So I jump out and roll and just run into the tavern.
Ye olde, oh man. I can't think of a good synonym for lift other than like to carry, and that would already be.
And I would like to say it's very much the version of lift carpool.
Yeah.
that is very important. It was not a solo, dragon carriage or whatever. It was definitely shared.
LDB, what about you? How are you rolling up?
I think I took a Uber, but the Uber, what is it? The Uber Black? That's the nicer Uber.
Other end of the.
You're in an extra carriage, the classy black model with I don't know, black unicorn stallions pulling it or something. But arriving late, of course. And then, sadly, far behind, maybe 5 to 10 minutes late. Tiffani, how are you rolling up?
Oh my god, okay, so I got dropped off from the horse, like way too far from the tavern. So I had to walk in my 4-inch heels all the way here.
That's impressive.
That's terrible. So blistered feet, bleeding. There's no one at the door when you arrive, but what you all experience, you experience simultaneously in a sense. As soon as you open the door to the Roguelike Tavern, Kaia on the heels of Stag, little drummer boy, right as the door swings behind them, you're opening it up, and then several minutes later, Tiffani, you all experience the same blinding white light. And in unison, you find yourselves somewhere else entirely. You happen to be seated. And beyond that, I would need the 4 of you to roll perception checks. Oh dear. Stag.
19.
19 from Kaia.
Mine's a 9.
Yikes. Little drum roll.
14.
As well. Tiffani.
I rolled a 1. Well, I rolled a 2, but I have -1, so it's a 1.
That's worse.
Oh, that's so sad. Feet bleeding. You immediately fall out of the chair you are on, and you are completely discombobulated for at least a couple of minutes. Meanwhile, the other 3 of you, as you're hearing the pained sounds of Tiffani having fallen out of her chair and onto the floor, you're kind of piecing things together. Stag, it does make sense that you, being an owling, are the most blinded by these lights, and it does, like, you're getting that kind of like migraine pain when there's been way too much light. And you're just trying to take in noises and stuff, but Tiffani has fallen, so you're hearing her probably yelp a little bit.
I mean, technically, I'm a moth.
Oh,
I am a moth.
Sure.
But
Sure,
lights would be very different for me. I probably got dazzled
yes.
because it reminded me of the moon.
And these are brilliant lights from all corners. Meanwhile, Kaia and LDB, it's strange that you didn't roll higher, being that one would assume you're most familiar with all of this. But perhaps, you drank a little bit in the extra care.
The spotlight, babies, the spotlights.
Yeah. You're just a little out of it. You're too so Kaia, you're kind of the first to piece together and realize that the 4 of you are seated in chairs next to one another that seem to be those kind of high wooden chairs with little canvas seats and backs and arms.
Feet swinging off the ground.
Exactly. Definitely your feet swinging off the ground, being so short of stature. So I'll start with you. As lights come up on you, what might a watching audience see?
So they see a very small forest gnome. They have sort of short cropped sandy brown hair, blush that could also maybe be a sunburn, who's to say, lots of freckles. They're wearing very simple clothes, just a simple tunic and trousers, and they have a gray hooded cloak on them, and they are carrying their trusty tankard with them as they appear to whoever is watching them.
Fabulous. And you, of course, being the first to kind of compose yourself and see that the one person watching you is, in fact, a very sparkling and bedecked Lady Destiny. And behind her, you can see the red blinking lights of her fantastical observation nodes, which you are aware of are the magical recording devices that are always present at Rumble affairs, broadcasting you across the magical network of Hobbs, which, for those of you not yet acquainted with this term, is the Lost Ossaman vocabulary for a home orb, as it were. So as you are the first kind of coming to grips with your surroundings, you'll see Lady Destiny just kind of smiles and winks at you, having noticed that you are the most grounded in this particular moment. Little drummer boy, lights, camera, action upon you. What do you look like today?
So the little drummer boy has like a man bun. He has a red bandana that he will not take off ever. Flannel he will take off at some point to show off them guns.
Probably sooner rather than later, because with all these lights, it's getting hot.
Yeah, you know it. And an aggressive amount of red and green, and he looks really smug, but he definitely has like a little boy face, even though he's not, and he's a halfling, so he's a little shoddy, but that's never stopped him before.
Incredible. Stag, the sudden blinding effect of the lights has faded, and you find yourself seated in the first chair. And as you are coming to realize your surroundings, what do you look like? Describe yourself.
Well, so as mentioned before, I am a moth. But I am a person-sized moth, a small person-sized moth, maybe like 4.5 feet to be. So my feet are also swinging off of the floor. I like to wear black and teal. Those are my signature colors, but I am a barbarian. So therefore my clothes are very much rough and tumble and ready to go at all times, because I am in the business of kicking ass, and I am the best in my business.
Incredible. Yeah, I do love that this is 3 very small figures.
Yep.
And then we turn to the figure who is now collecting themselves off the floor. Tiffani, as you get back into your seat, which is at the end of the row, could you please describe yourself?
Sure. So I am well over 6 feet tall, wearing a mini skirt and crop top, very high heels, and dressed as you would imagine a very, very popular preteen would be dressed. But underneath all of those very skimpy clothes, you see a barbarian tiefling. So big 6-pack, big muscles, and red skin.
Incredible. Lady Destiny turns to Stag first and foremost, and says, "Welcome back, Stag, champion." Now, for our viewers at home, you might see these are 4 of our returning champions who have agreed to participate in a little exhibition match we are putting on. And we are delighted first to welcome back Stag from our No Crit November match. Now, usually for these introductory sessions, we'd have a little display of skill. But the viewers at home have already seen how skilled you are. We want to know, what have you been doing since we last saw you? Which in your case would have been the elimination round before our Champions Cup match.
Yes. So, as you may remember, I did not get to do much during that. So I've mostly just been recovering, lots of yoga and meditation to really center myself, lots of training, lots of reading, but I've also helped rebuild the bridge that I had originally fought to raise money for during my championship bout, and now I am moving on to other charitable endeavors.
Wonderful, a community builder. We love that. Now, for the exhibition match, there is no champions pin awaiting you, as you all already have one, but there is a small package of, 500 platinum. Now, what might you do with so much reward funds?
So I am currently getting a foundation off the ground. The foundation is the Lamp Foundation, Living as Myth-Identified Persons Foundation. This is a way to be a guiding light for those seen and unseen. My fellow cryptids, this is a safe space for you.
Oh, well, that is incredibly charitable. But we hope that won't stop any of the other champions from absolutely stomping you to the floor if they can.
They can try.
Wonderful. Hailie Fletter, our Autumn's Game champion. We are delighted to have you return. Now, you were in the championship, but alas, did not come away with the victory. What have you been doing in your time since?
Well, I've continued my work at the Endless Elms Brewery. I have established a union at the brewery, which is really impressive and nice. The support that people have have given has been absolutely lovely. Unfortunately, the higher ups at the brewery are starting to feed our brewmasters recipes into AI in order to create different beer. So now we're fighting against that, and it's a bit of a struggle. But we are hoping that we can get more real people to create more beer recipes so that we can push that aside.
It's not the first we've heard of automagical intelligence in this year's competitions. I am sad to say we had quite a display at one of our previous matches already, but luckily
yes, I've met Johnny Venom before.
Yes, well, he was soundly defeated as he should have been, and we will hope the same is true. Now, I can assume that the 500 platinum would go towards further organizing your union efforts.
Of course.
Wonderful. Well, again, let's not let charity get in the way of absolute blood sport. Little drummer boy, I hesitate to ask, but what have you been doing since your participation in the championship match, oh seasonal slammer champ?
Yeah, so after I was defeated by the Rat King, that record label that showed a little bit of interest was like, no, which, kind of broke my heart, but it didn't take me down, because I'm the little drummer boy. I've been growing a lot as a person. I released a second EP. It's doing great on Mage Cloud. It's so good. I had a song go viral. It got like 500 views, dude. So yeah, I'm just pumping through life.
We are so proud. I may try and make an introduction to a new champion for you. Maybe the two of you could collab. You and Aria Opaline. She has seemed to have a great deal of success musically since her appearance earlier this year. But we'll see whether or not she would deign to appear with you. At any rate, what would you spend the 500 platinum on?
I would finally produce a music video. I think I'm going to take my classic hit, The Little Drummer Boy, but make a little remix and make a super sick music video, Maybe even at the Roguelike, who knows?
We will check with Magnus as to what the conditions for filming such an endeavor would be. But that sounds incredible. We're delighted for you.
Yeah.
Last, certainly not least, Tiffani Amber Tiefling. What have you been doing, dear?
Well, I started a new lip line. So that's been going really well. It's called Tiffani Amber's Lips, and it's just like, it's doing really well. And if you actually look on TikTok, like, we're like really, really popular. So like it's doing really well. Yeah.
Click Clack, the magical app?
Yeah, I love collabs. Oh my god, you guys.
Yes, we've seen all of your viral Click Clack videos.
Yeah, there we go. That's what I meant by it's the wrong. I said it wrong.
Oh, it's okay. Sorry, you take a difficult skill there, so it's totally fine.
Yeah.
Somewhere I have to start a running. It's a DM side note. Somewhere I have to start a running list of all the things we've renamed in this session alone. We've got
yeah. Yeah.
Well, incredible, Miss Tiefling. I did forget to introduce you as you are the Birthday Blast champ. With our newer sorcerer's bug celebrating his own birthday as the theme of the Rumble. That was a choice. At any rate, what would you be doing with 500 platinum?
Oh my god. So I was thinking about starting a new line for nails that don't break during battle. So yeah, and I think that like on Click Clack, there's like a lot of people that would really be interested in that. So like I have like a lot of people that like would definitely like buy into it.
I mean,
so, yeah.
I'm genuinely immediately interested. Yes, not that I do battle these days, but the nails have to stay fierce. Stellar. Well, my dear four champions, as you are aware, this is of course not just an exhibition for the four of you. We are obviously bringing back the reigning champ of champs, as this is a challenge the champ battle. And with this, Lady Destiny gesticulates, waves her wand at a little floating orb beside her, and you all see a projected magical montage. Rat King, could you please give us a wonderful description of what your general vibe is these days, and what things you might have been up to that would be included on said montage.
Oh, so, I mean, honestly, it's been a lot of bottle service, a lot of parties. I would say the fame is going to my head, but baby, my head was already big to begin with, so fuck it. Yeah, it's been a lot of parties, been a lot of like adjusting to a new lifestyle. I've been living in a sewer for a long time. I don't live in a sewer anymore, baby. Me and the rats, we're in a high rise. So life has changed a lot for us. But yeah, it's just me honestly relaxing. I've been keeping my skills sharp just in case I get the call again to come to the roguelike. But I'm living the life a champion should.
Yeah, I'm very much picturing an MTV style, like, there's you.
Welcome to my crib.
Welcome to my crib. And then you at parties. And
Welcome
then you
to my lair.
in a little fight room, maybe like delicately fencing before like wiping your brow and then going back to a party.
Rats are also fencing in a different part of the montage. It's getting crazy. Yeah, they have little swords now.
Wonderful. Spectacular. So then at the end of this marvelous montage, it goes to a recorded message from the Rat King. What might you say, knowing that your competitors are going to be watching?
Yeah. Hi, peasants. It's been a while. It's probably been like almost close to a year now, but I'm really excited to watch some of you try again to beat me, and some of you try for the first time to beat me. It's gonna be a lovely time. Can't wait to watch. Can't wait to hang out while you guys go at it. I'll see you all around. I miss you. See you later.
From off screen, you hear the little interviewer's voice going, "Oh, and Rat King, just before you go, what might you say to your waiting fans, one, about why they should continue to support you, and two, what you might do with the winnings?"
Continue to support me because obviously I've done it once, I'll do it again, baby. Easy. And what I'm gonna do with the winnings, a lot of people said I should make an audiobook of my book that I published a little while ago. Apparently printed media out, audio media in. So I'll probably get started on that. Maybe a line of alcohols? Maybe something kind of fun? Get into that business. I think I have some people I know. But just try a couple new enterprises.
Incredible. You are living the dream, as it were. So this little montage fades out, and we return to the kind of interview room with Lady Destiny sitting all sparkly and dazzling in the lights across from all of you as you are being interviewed. And she turns and she says, "Well, now in reverse order, I would love to ask the same of all of you. Why should fans come out to support you in this one?" Tiffani, why don't you go first?
Ever had people just like not believe in you because of the way you look or the way you dress or the way you act, or like if you're a little bit bitchy? Like, that sucks. So if you want to prove them wrong, support me.
Incredibly relatable. Little drummer boy, why should your fans and followers come back out for you this time?
I mean, look at this handsome face. Let's start off by that. Hello? Because I'm a star, I'm just paruppa-pum-pumming through life, and I'm gonna paruppa-pum-pum this battle. So if you want to cheer for the winner, you cheer for the little drummer boy. But I'm humble.
Of course you are. Kaia, what would you like to say to all of your friends and followers and fans?
Well, those who support me support the populace and helping people raise up to fight for themselves. So, for a better future.
Wonderful. And last, certainly not least, Stag, we return to you. What would you like to say to everyone that you hope comes out to support you?
Well, first and foremost, thank you in advance. Even if I don't win, it's still fun to have all the support and to see you. But I think that the betterment of cryptids is near and dear to my heart. So yes, that's one cryptid now, if you didn't hear. I'm fostering one right now. So the betterment of cryptid society is very near and dear to my heart. So a support for me is the support for cryptids everywhere.
Incredible. Well, with this, champions, I shall teleport you each to your own individual green rooms, where you may rest, relax, and prepare for the rumble. And she turns now to like Pedro Pascal style, and you should know this too, to another camera. Excuse me, magical recording device. And if you want to support any of these champions, or perhaps our champion of champs, and allow them to retain the title in this exhibition match, we hope you will come out to the Roguelike Tavern or support us over the magical viewing webs, also known in our world as Twitch, on November 14th, 8 o'clock, or 7 o'clock if you want to quest with us. For those of you who have been watching this stream, thank you so much genuinely for joining us, and we do hope in this world that you will come out and support any of these heroes at the Roguelike Tavern on November 14th, which is where the champion, challenge the champion batch. Man, I've said 17 different battle names in this session, so I'm like, what are we doing? Come out for the challenge the champ match. It is going to be possibly one of the most ridiculous things we've ever done. It's going to be unlike any Rumble we've ever done because it is for fun, and it's got these 5 returning incredible heroes. It's going to be a great ass time. If you can't make it in person, we will be streaming live to Twitch, and we have in the last few months enabled the ability for our Twitch viewers to support these heroes. So you can start that today. Go to our coffee, buy a magic item, buy a lair action, buy a health potion if you want to keep them going. Or you'll be able to do that during the game while it's running live. If your allegiances change, you can send your support to someone else. So you all know, I will say this, hopefully I'll remember to say this on the day of the Rumble. If you select a magic item support option, the bag of holding contains many magical items, and some of these are coded specifically to certain heroes. So the best item that is available for them at the time will be chosen. So don't worry, we're not just going to pick a random item if you choose to buy a magic item. But in any case, we hope to see you then. Thanks so much for watching, and have a great rest of your day. Bye!